Let's travel to a place far away from here, the hidden galaxy. But first, I invite you to imagine early astronomers gazing at the beauty of the night sky. When ancient Greek, Roman, and Middle Eastern astronomers looked at the night sky, they saw patterns of stars. They named these star patterns after things from their mythology, like gods, heroes, or animals. They even associated these star patterns with their stories and legends. It's not really surprising they saw in star patterns the shapes of other things. Humans today do the same thing. So if they saw a bull, a lynx, a bear, or even some fish from the ocean when they looked at the heavens, then that's what they wanted to name these star patterns after. Looking at a list of constellation names, we still see the influence of these ancient people. Let's focus in on the constellation Camelopardalis, where the hidden galaxy lies. Well, how did they come up with this name, Camelopardalis? We see the Latin origin and Greek origin of the first part of the name, camelos, which means camel, and a camel has a long neck. And here we see the Latin and Greek origins for the second part of the name, pardalis, which means spotted. It makes you think of a leopard. And so what has a long neck and is spotted? The giraffe. And thus we end up with the constellation name Camelopardalis. But why is a galaxy located in the constellation Camelopardalis called the hidden galaxy? Notice from the NASA.gov site an artist's concept of what the Milky Way galaxy likely looks like. Our solar system is located in one of the arms of this spiral galaxy. So imagine a galaxy like ours turned on edge, looking through the galactic plane. So many objects are being obscured by gases, stars, and other objects. Far away from any city and light pollution, you've probably seen the beauty of the Milky Way in the sky. So imagine an amateur astronomer trying to set up their telescope, they locate an object to look at it, and guess what? The deep sky object they want to observe, in this case a galaxy, is obscured by the galactic plane, the stars and the gases and dust. So in this case, the galaxy becomes known as the hidden galaxy because it's much more difficult to observe. This stellarium-web.org site is a great tool to visualize what the constellation looks like and what objects are located near it in the night sky. Now this tool also lets us locate the hidden galaxy within this constellation. You can see it's located right in the center of the giraffe's body. And we can also zoom in and get a closer look at a representation of what this galaxy actually looks like. So how does the size of the hidden galaxy, or Caldwell 5 or IC342, compare to other galaxies? Here I'm using Stellarium again. It lets us choose our camera sensor and our telescope, and then we can get an idea of how much of a deep sky object will actually fit within one frame. For comparison purposes, let's see how well the Triangulum galaxy fits in my camera sensor with this telescope, so you can see the difference in size between it and the Andromeda galaxy. So now let's go to IC342 and see how its size compares to the other two galaxies. You can see it's quite a bit smaller and it's also fainter. And our last comparison, let's see what the moon looks like as far as how much of this frame sensor it takes up. So we can see that the apparent size of the hidden galaxy, or IC342, to us is even smaller than the moon. And so now let's see them side by side: Andromeda, Triangulum, and then lastly, the moon. I recently took a wide field image of this galaxy, the hidden galaxy, with my RedCat 61 telescope. But of course, a wide field setup doesn't give us a lot of detail on small galaxies like this one. So to get a little closer look, I next used my longer focal length telescope. It's a Skywatcher 100 EDAPO EvoStar. And here you can see what I got from 5 hours of data. Next, I captured a total of 12 hours of data, and you can see that it brought out a little bit more detail. After capturing 21 hours of data, I was able to pull out even a little more detail. And here you can see, after accumulating a total of 28 hours of data, how much more detail I was able to bring out. So collecting more information and stacking that data produces a much more detailed image. Well, I hope you enjoyed our journey to the hidden galaxy, and I invite you to stay tuned to see where my journey takes me next. Wishing you clear skies.